In this video, we go over 5 great pieces of gear for DJs and producers under $500. Find out which ones those are coming up. Thank you for watching PDot TV, where you'll find tips, tricks, and tutorials for DJs and music performers. Now let's get into the video. Now first up, we have the Reloop Bar P7000 quartz-driven DJ turntable. This, I would say, is probably one of the best turntables you can get for around this price point for under $500. It's a handpan design based turntable. What I like about it is that it takes the normal Technics 1200 aesthetic pretty much, but still leaves you with all the benefits that you get from having a handpan design turntable. So you do have control over the torque as well as the start stop. You get the increased pitch range as well as, you know, reverse function. And some people don't like the fact that this has 2 start-stop buttons. So if you're one of those DJs that likes to juggle and do a lot of start and stops in your juggle, you know, the start-stop button is going to be closer on one side compared to the other when in comparison to a turntable with just 1 start-stop. So that's kind of cool if you're into that. Also, it has removable RCAs, with the Technics 1200 does not have. And overall, it's just a solid built turntable. And of course, just me personally, I like black turntables, and the lacquer black color on this looks really nice, especially in person. So if you're looking to get a pair of turntables that are going to be solid, that you know are going to work for years and years to come, and you're looking for something under $500, check out these Reloops. And to go with those Reloop RP7000s, we have the Pioneer DJ MS3 2-channel mixer. Now this is very similar to the 250 Mark II that Pioneer put out earlier this year, but this does have a Serato DJ interface, so it's just plug and play. Plug in your laptop and you're good to go. You don't have to buy a Serato license. You don't have to, you know, buy a DVS pack or anything like that, or any other software. You just go ahead and download the software and you're good to go. I could see a pair of those 2 Reloops and this mixer being a great starting setup for anybody that's looking to buy a whole setup for, you know, a new DJ or someone that's interested in DJing. I think this would make a great combination. Not only do you get a solid pair of turntables, but you get a solid mixer with a great crossfader. You know, the color effects are great too, as well as the EQs. I mean, the EQ slopes on this is going to be really similar to something like the DJ MS900. So if, you know, they're trying to make that leap from the bedroom to the club or bar or wherever, or bigger gigs in general, you know, they're going to be ready for the more professional level gear with something like this, where a lot of the controls are kind of in the same place, and just overall the sound and the way you tweak sound with the gains and the EQ and the filter are going to be pretty familiar to a DJ that started with something like this. Now for the producers out there, we have the Novation circuit and mono station. Now I've been a big proponent of the Novation circuit in the past, and earlier this year they released this, which is the mono station, which has more of a synthesizer kind of vibe to it. So if you have a Novation circuit already and you're looking to expand on that and you like the workflow of that, I think this is a great complement to that. You get some really cool sounding, you know, synthesis out of this little box. Just like the other Novation circuit, it can be battery powered. You get a lot of tweakability within this little box. So I think this, as well as a regular Novation circuit, be a great combo to just take on the go if you just want to mess around, tweak on some beats, and just like create maybe outdoors or wherever you're going, or maybe you're just traveling and you want something to work on and get ideas down. This is a great option for that. Another great piece of gear that's pretty small, that's also battery powered, this is the Rollin SP 404A. This is the new revision of their classic SP 404. This thing has been around, at least in the beat scene, for years now, ever since it came out, all the way back to the SP 303 and even the 202 in some regards. This has become a classic beat machine, not only just for making beats, but for performing as well. You'll see these a lot for beat performances because you can load up to 128 gigabyte SD card, throw that in, have all your songs ready, have them placed on the pad, so you can do a whole performance from this. Just with this one box. You don't have to worry about bringing a laptop or worry about bringing any other beat machines, just this as well. You don't have to worry about bringing a laptop or any other beat machines. You can just bring this and you'll be good to go. And another great feature of this, and what I think this is really useful for too if you're a DJ as well, if your mixer has a send return loop, you can use this as an extra set of effects as well. So maybe you're not fond of all the effects that are on the Pioneer, or maybe you have another mixer. Like a great example would be if you have something like the older Rane TTM56 where it doesn't have any built-in effects, but it does have that send return loop. you can grab a whole bunch of features for not that much money, on top of having a great piece of production gear as well. And finally, we have the Rollin SEO2 sound module. And finally, we have that Rollin SEO2 sound module. This is another part of their boutique line, a line of, smaller devices where you can have a bunch of them for not that much money. They've made such a great range of things, from everything from the 808 to the SH101 to the Juno and Jupiter. And this right here is their first collaboration with Studio Electronics, and this is sort of like a mini Moog, but it doesn't have the exact sound characteristics. A lot of the layout of it is very similar. So if you're used to the layout on the Mini Moog or the Moog Model D, you're going to be pretty familiar with this. You can get a lot of the similar kind of sounds that you get with those Moog products, but you can also get something a little bit different as well. Like I mentioned before, the sound is not the exact same. It's not intended to be a Moog clone, but it does have that same kind of feel to it. So if you're looking for something to add to your studio that can give you those kind of leads and bass lines, but want something a little bit different than the tried and true, some may even say tired Moog sound, you might want to check out the SEO2.
So that's a look at 5 great pieces of gear under $500 for DJs and producers. If you're interested in purchasing any of those, links can be found down below. So that's a look at 5 great pieces of gear under $500 for DJs and producers. If you're interested in purchasing any of those, links can be found down below in the description. And as always, if you found this video useful, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, go ahead and click right here to subscribe to this channel. Or if you'd like to watch more content, go ahead and click on that video right there. And thank you for watching PDot TV, where you'll find tips, tricks, and tutorials for DJs and music performers. See you next time.